the button.
You're not pushing the button.
Oh my god. So here we go, it's all things Raw. The final Raw before a pay-per-view, which can only mean one thing.
It's gonna suck.
So we kick things off with a lunatic.
He's a lunatic.
Dean Ambrose storming into the ring.
Yep. He's alright. Let's get on with this. Seth Rollins, get out of here.
And he did. Straight away.
Donning his sort of new theme song.
Well, they've just added like one lyric.
Very much.
Bit pointless, to be honest with you.
Yeah, so I don't want to get too much into this because it did start to bore me towards the end. They were chucking the idea backwards and forwards. Are we going to tag together? Are we not? Then it got a fisticuffs.
They started fighting.
Yeah. A few punches come along, then they went to outside the ring. And then shock horror, for no apparent reason whatsoever, the very crap bar that is set at the minute.
The bar.
Sheamus and Cesaro came out. Started beating up on the two of them. And then Dean Ambrose and Seth got the upper hand on this. And then after about 5 minutes, they then decided, screw it.
Yeah.
Let's tag.
One threw the arm out, and it was like, yeah. And then the other threw the arm out, and he was like, yeah. And they both finally did it at the same time.
Yeah.
And you were like, okay, right. And then out came Kurt Angle.
And he made a match for SummerSlam. There and then on the spot. Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose versus the very average bar.
The bar. In a match we all knew we were going to get eventually.
Yeah. Very predictable.
So, that was the opening. What was our first match of the evening?
Well, rather weirdly, a women's match.
Yeah, great.
And it was to determine the number one contender who will face Alexa Bliss at SummerSlam after Bayley's injury. And shock horror, the match was between Nia Jax and Sasha Banks.
I think we've seen this match a couple of times this year.
Just a couple. Just a couple.
Yeah. Not 78,000 or... Well, to be honest, I wasn't really paying a lot of attention to this match because I had in my head, there's only one way they're going to go with this.
And conveniently, they were in Sasha's hometown.
Oh.
Boston, Massachusetts.
Normally a bad omen, but if you've been keeping track, Sasha is one of the rare people to have actually won in her hometown this year. It was on a pay-per-view. Can't remember which one.
And she did this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nia Jax had a usual dominant start. And then weirdly, Alexa Bliss was watching from what can only be said as a Baywatch lifeguard chair.
That's a good description.
Watching on to see who she be fighting. And I believe after a few minutes of backwards and forwards in the hold, Nia Jax submitted to the bank statement.
Yep, she nearly got out of it, but then Sasha did a great reversal into a DDT, put the hold back on, and she quickly tapped out.
So who knew? Alexa Bliss and Sasha at SummerSlam.
Didn't see it coming. After Bayley's injury... Oh no. Well, now we have another segment with Elias.
Yeah, not Samson. Elias.
Well, they still do call him Samson on commentary, huh? Especially Booker.
Oh god.
He was doing another song about how bad and stinky Boston, Massachusetts is.
And then of all the people to come out and interrupt him, R-Truth come out. And then Elias proceeded to beat him up.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. You don't interrupt the drifter. So he beat him up, he took his guitar, and he went home. Or he went back to drifting.
Yep. So, and then we had a segment between Big Cass and the Big Show. And Enzo Amore.
Well, I rather enjoyed this one because they did the thing where Big Cass was about to do his promo and they booed him.
Yeah.
And man, he got a lot of boos.
Yeah, and after all, he said, I don't care. I'll stand in this ring all night. I'm not going until I've said what I want to say.
He was like, I'll talk over you. Keep booing.
Yeah. And after a while, I brought out Enzo Amore. He got pretty personal pretty quick.
Oh yeah, he said a few controversial things.
Ugh.
Like Cass made fun of Enzo's recent backstage incidents.
Uh-oh.
And Enzo went and made fun of the fact that he wasn't getting booed and Cass was getting booed.
Yeah.
But then he proceeded to bring out the Big Show.
Didn't go too well after that.
No, because Big Cass had a plan.
Yeah. And that plan was the Good Brothers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because Cass had brought out the shark cage. Because we've not seen that at all this year.
No, only twice.
So yeah, and then they proceeded to put the beat down on the Big Show. Slammed his hand in the cage door. So it wouldn't surprise me if, yet again, Big Show may have to wear a cast on his hand.
No, not again.
Someone made a funny joke this morning saying, I think Big Show's worn as many casts as he's turned heel and face.
that many. Big Show holds the record for how many heel and face turns. Oh, Christ. It's good stuff.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with that at SummerSlam.
I wouldn't mind if this one's on the pre-show.
Maybe we'll. Oh dear. Right, this is where we're going to start flipping off.
Yes. Throughout the night, they've been running this trend of, we're doing 2 SummerSlam matches early. SummerSlam's coming early. And this was the first of them, the Cruiserweight title match. Apparently, Titus O'Neil went backstage at a Kurt Angle and said, I want this match tonight.
Right.
So, this was the match.
The Pretender, Akira Tozawa, facing off against the King of the Cruiserweights.
Yeah. And this seemed rather short for a Cruiserweight title match.
It was.
I don't think it even went for 10 minutes.
No. No, I'm not sure on the timings either, but like you said, it seemed very short. And trying to think the exact spot, but there was a dirty tactic moment from Tozawa. I think didn't he have like hold of Neville's tights or something at one point?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, luckily Neville went a kick out of that one, and I think he hit Tozawa with a nasty kick to the face. And then he went to go for the red arrow, but then he missed.
Yeah, this is the problem I have with this immediately. Oh yeah, like Neville's been like, no, I'm not doing the red arrow anymore because it's a fan favourite move, and so he very rarely does it.
Yeah.
Why do it here?
Yeah.
After he had knocked him into the turnbuckle, he should have put the Rings of Saturn on him again.
Yeah.
So he's gone for the red arrow, missed, which everyone saw coming.
And then Tozawa done his senton
sort of
thing.
a senton drop.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this move because it just doesn't look that great. I'd rather he just hit one of them nasty bridge German suplexes on him.
Yeah, I mean, when he first came in and his finisher was the snap German suplex,
Yeah.
it was believable.
Yeah.
This one, nah, not so much. But there we go.
Tozawa picked up the victory in this one. You're going to change titles, why not save it until SummerSlam? Why do it bloody 5-6 days before the event?
Yeah, it's stupid. I mean, we very rarely get a long title reign anymore because they flip-flop every couple of months. We finally get a decent long title reign.
And then you ruin the handing over of the title.
I mean, I was okay with Neville losing it. He's had a long title reign, but on a Raw, and the Raw before SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Made even worse by the fact that they've decided, oh, no, we're going to do a rematch for the title at SummerSlam. Which begs the question of, what was the point of doing the match on Raw?
Yep, exactly. Piss poor booking.
Brilliant.
Piss poor.
So on we go.
And then we retreat to our second SummerSlam match, which again has been ruined and makes the point, why are they doing it again at SummerSlam? You got Bray Wyatt versus Finn Balor.
Yep, apparently they had a massive fight backstage. Kurt Angle broke up.
Yep.
And Fit Finlay was there and Jamie Noble.
Hey, old boy.
And they said, and he went, no, you're doing it tonight. You're not waiting until SummerSlam.
That makes sense.
And actually, I rather enjoyed this match.
Yeah.
Which is a shame because I think the SummerSlam one is going to be so much better.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it was back and forth. It was good. You didn't know where it was going. There was a lot of reversals. It was quite similar to the one I posted on 2K16 the other night.
But then Bray got the upper hand in this. Sister Abigail.
Oh, yeah. The ending sequence was brilliant, mate. He knocked Finn off the top rope, and it was like he pulled Finn off into the Sister Abigail position.
It was impressive.
And then, he did his normal routine of the lights went out, and when they came back on, he had a bucket of something.
Blood, maybe?
It was supposed to be blood, but commentary said it was like some acidic-y substance because they're not allowed to say blood on TV anymore. And he proceeded to pour it all over Finn.
Yeah. And then backstage, a very angry Finn was confronted by one of the interviewers. I can't remember if it was Kathy Keeley or whatever her name was. One of them.
Yeah.
He was very angry. He said, you know what? I'm going to be introducing Bray Wyatt to his demons.
Why spoil it? Why would you advertise it? Leave it to the surprise.
Yeah.
It's like if it was me, I'd have left him guessing.
Well, there you go. This acidic-y gunge and that. WWE have actually listed it on their website as disgusting red liquid.
Disgusting red liquid. Oh, man.
Oh, God.
Why don't you just say blood? Okay, on to women's match number 2.
Yeah, this was a random one that I think was created backstage for a confrontation. Mickey James versus Emma.
Yeah, only Emma's been complaining on social media again.
Yeah.
So Mickey went, if you want to test yourself against a 6-time women's champion, let's have a match.
And it was a ball.
Yeah, I really didn't pay much attention to this one.
It wasn't that great. And then, this is a problem I've been having with the booking for quite a while. You've got good younger talent coming through. And they're just not giving them the proper chances. Showcase what they can do. And unfortunately, this was another classic example of it. Emma didn't get a great deal of offense in on this. And she ended up picking up the loss to Mickie James.
This doesn't really make a lot of sense.
No.
Especially considering that Mickie James, well, it's been noted that she's actually a part-timer. She's not there every week.
No. No, that's it.
So why would you give her the win over one of your younger full-time workers?
Yeah. Someone who, potentially not in the too distant future, could be challenging for the Raw Women's title.
I mean, I know there was the reports of them being unhappy with Emma backstage because of the whole Emmalina disaster. But I'd say that was more WWE's fault for trying to give her that gimmick in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
On to the next one.
Right, we were meant to have a singles match between Jason Jordan and The Miz. But to be fair, it was a bore at the start. And then inevitably, The Miz-Taraj got involved. And Jason Jordan technically won by disqualification.
Yes.
But then the Woken Hardys made an appearance
That's stupid.
to make the save. And in typical SmackDown historical features, it got made into a 6-man tag match play.
I saw this one coming. As soon as they went to the commercial break, I was like, yep, this is turning into a 6-man.
And you won't be surprised to know that Jason Jordan and the Hardys ended up picking up the victory in this one.
Oh, I did like the ending sequence of this match. It got insane. There were bodies going everywhere. Miz got thrown, suplexed into Curtis Axel.
Yeah, and then was it Bo Dallas, the one that got her pinned?
Oh yeah, he got twisted fated twice. Swantoned.
Yep.
And the good guys won. And it's really not been a good couple of weeks for Miz.
Long may it continue.
Not after last week. And on to the main segment. not an event.
We had a face to face to face to face between the Universal Champion Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman, Boomin' Reigns, and Samoa Joe.
And again, they brought out the 12 rent-a-cops
Oh dear.
to put at ringside. And immediately you knew, every time they bring out these rent-a-cops, it's like, yep, they're getting their asses kicked.
Oh, so it wasn't like on NXT last week when was it Bobby Roode hired some security for everybody's protection?
Yeah. Brilliant. Because he had some maniac, Roderick Strong, running around.
So inevitably, cutting to the chase, this got physical.
Yep, everyone got like a little bit of a promo in, but that's not what we were excited about. We knew it was going to turn into a fight,
Yeah.
and it did. Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
the rent-a-cops were absolutely useless again, getting their asses kicked.
Did Braun chuck one of them halfway across the ramp?
Not this week. Although there was a hilarious bit where the blonde one sort of just legged it out the ring. He was like, no, I'm not getting involved in this. And then Kurt Angle was like, no, get the roster out here.
Yeah, that's gonna go great.
So you had the Hardys and the Miz-Taraj, not the Miz, and like loads of the other random superstars separating them.
And it still got physical after that.
And they were still breaking out, hitting each other.
Yeah.
Mainly Brock and Braun.
Yeah.
And then when the other two got back in the ring and like tried getting involved, well, they ended the show.
Yeah. Great.
I was like, damn it, why don't you let them fight? They always do this.
Yeah.
So that was your Raw leading up to SummerSlam.
Seemed worse, but at the same time, not amazing, setting the world alight.
No, there were bits I liked. A couple of confusing bits, but I can live with that.
Yeah.
So, there we go. From your hosts, the Master of the Brain Damage,
Martin.
and the one and only Sam H. We'll see you again for the next one.
Peace.